fuck up, get your top hit. Clean and crew, we pull out with the mop sticks. I can let my demons loose, we ride and don't get car sick. Really, I believed in you, it turned out that you not shit.
I didn't want to spoil it, and I just knew that you would definitely have a good time watching this. This is actually a little old.
You gotta make it big though, bro. I can't do these little videos.
Hey yo, you think you can
make it big?
Put a chair right here? I definitely gotta clean this area.
Yeah, dude. I noticed that too in your videos. Background be messy.
Yeah, they flame me as one video. I was like, damn, man, shit, this is dirty clothes on the floor. It's laundry day. Not even my laundry. I don't want to clean someone else's mess. I didn't sign the contract with the roaches yet. Chill.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Fuck.
It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Music. So Fresh and Fit have not stopped their end.
So this is O'Shea Duke Jackson. I just kind of recently found out about him. But essentially, this is after Tariq Nasheed and Myron Gaines debate they got into, right? So pretty much they're just trying to flame each other. Myron got flamed. I'm sorry, like, you know, he just got flamed, and he
did get flamed. I watched that shit.
That's what I'm saying. He got his shit rocked and fucked vigorously, no lubricant. Like, I was like, God damn. And then but then Tariq started saying weird shit, and then he didn't kind of slam dunked on him again. So it's kind of like, damn, bro.
Against African Americans. R hashtag ADOS. R hashtag FBA. For whatever reason, Myron from Fresh and Fit seems to have a big problem with black people. Now, this is very interesting because I talked about the fact that Kevin Samuels, who is an African American or would be considered hashtag FBA, was one of the first people to help Myron and Walter out to establish Fresh and Fit. Kevin Samuels blew them up. After his appearance on their podcast, they went to another level. A level that none of their white minister counterpart guys would have helped them reach. But people sometimes forget the nice things that you do for them. Instead, they start having hatred towards the people that they really want to be. And in the case of Myron, that anger and that disdain and that chagrin is toward our community. And that has caused Myron to be called out by certain people from the community, like Tariq Nasheed. Now, again, recently Myron just said this about
does not have to mean that.
You know what, man? What? Then how would you say it?
Because it's just a word that everybody says now.
Like, the Klan was right about a lot of shit, man.
Well, the what?
The Klan was right about a lot of
you by yourself or no?
Hey, no, man. They're right about a lot of shit, man. This talk is crazy, bro. This is wild shit, man. Like, what the what is this? Period.
He said the Klan was right about a lot of you niggas, man. The Klan, the Ku Klux Klan. What Fresh said, he was like, He was like, you own yourself with this one, nigga. So that's what I'm saying. Fresh isn't like, whenever he does some shit, they always say, you two is like, no, nigga, most of all this bullshit really be coming from Myron, bro.
The problem is, when you stand next to somebody.
Of course. Yeah, you gonna get flies, like, you gonna get fleas, like, you lay with, you lay with the dogs, you gonna get fleas. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. But the thing is just that, like, I thought that was like, all right, I'll just finish this.
Hey, no, man, they're right about a lot of shit, man. This talk is crazy, bro. This is wild shit, man. Like, what the what is this? Period. Like, all the degenerate terms, the butchering of the English language, it comes from black people, bro.
I thought this was probably the most retarded things I've ever heard him say, because, bro, you know how many places in Texas, West Virginia, Kentucky, Missouri, Arkansas, that there's people that talk like this and they don't know goddamn do nothing about truth not 2, 3, 4 times. Like, man, come on, goddamn do it, get goddamn. It's like.
But before all that, let's break down some real history. English itself is a slang language. The whole language is slang. It's slang of Roman and Greek language. English does not have an alphabet. There's no English alphabet. The English did not come up with an alphabet. They used the Roman alphabet. They don't have their own language. They base their language off of another language. There is no proper English.
Yeah.
The English weren't even considered intelligent by the Romans. This is documented facts. They said that they were so dumb that they wouldn't even be good slaves. Look that up. But they did conquer the world, though. Gotta give it to them. They conquered the world. They must have took that to heart.
Yeah. They turned up after that. They were like, hell no, we ain't gonna go out like that.
Yeah, because about 1,500 years later, they did conquer the world.
Terrible. Ebonics is retarded. Anyway, we'll continue on. Yeah, I've said it.
Then he offered.
And I'll say this too as well. With him, it's like he reminds me of someone. I think you're like this too. I think Kanye West. It's like he will say something that's like crazy and outlandish to get the people engaged. And I notice when he says shit like that, I don't really even take him serious, because it's like, I know you're just saying this because you want to get clicks and views, because this is you can create some kind of moment that someone can.
I think he really feels that way though.
I mean, yeah, but then he probably does really. I think he does. I think he. Yeah, I think he really does feel like that.
A lot of black people that are first generation American or not, or immigrants to America. You know what I'm saying? If they're either first generation Americans or immigrants to America themselves, and they're black, they don't have an understanding of real history in America. They don't have an understanding of how the government intentionally, brutally attacked the black community all the time they were here up until like 1999, intentionally, like documented. They have no idea that. If you ask them what the Iran-Contra affair is, they will not be able to tell you. They don't know.
Shit, crazy.
They don't know about the towns that were destroyed. They don't know that Dulles Airport used to be a black town that the state of Virginia said, y'all gotta go, y'all gotta move, because this land is condemned. Nobody can live here. And then they built an airport right on top of it. They don't know about real history, so they see black people in the state that they're in today after hundreds and hundreds of years of relentless attempt to put them in this state, and they make their judgment on that, and they make their statements based on that. They're not just saying things for attention. That's what he really believes. That's what he believes. He just doesn't know.
Offered Tariq Nasheed the ability to debate.
And honestly, if it's me and Nick, I'll take on Tariq and Umar. We'd absolutely destroy them. We would absolutely destroy them. And we wouldn't even have to get into like any of the IQ stuff. We would just straight debate them on how you are not oppressed as an African American in the United States, or an FBA, foundationally Black America, whatever they want to say. They say all these excuses about why the black man can't get ahead. I'll give y'all one stat. All right, just to show you guys how ludicrous these guys are. In 1940, okay, 87% of blacks lived in poverty. By 1960, about 47% of blacks lived in below the poverty line. Okay, so a 40% drop. Also, keep in mind, this was before the civil rights era, so racism was at its highest. So please explain to me how you had a 40% drop of blacks living under the under the poverty line, in the worst, one of the worst eras to be a black person in the United States, and then you're fast forwarding to 2023, where racism exists. I'm not denying it exists. However, it is not strong enough to keep you back or hold you back from success. No way. But you're telling me people had way more obstacles back then and they were able to not live in poverty? Come on, man, get out of here.
Of course, Tariq Nasheed always has jokes, and he also responded like this when they got demonetized.
So Myron, he's up here.
Myron.
Singing the blues now.
So funny when he said that shit.
Because all the bootlicking that they do they've been demonetized on YouTube. They just went over the top with the bootlegging. All right. Now here's Myron. Here's a quick clip of him upset about the demonetization. All right. Hold on. Let's take a quick listen to Myron. Fair use. Fair use. Hold on.
Saving children, right? That's great. But saving you guys is better.
Uh-oh. And he why he have on some hoochie daddy shorts? Why this dude got on them hoochie daddy shorts, dude? So now he walked off the set to cry. He walked off the set to literally cry because they've been demonetized. So understand, they know that if they want to get an audience and get money through hate views, sit up here and denigrate black society, bring on the anti-black races and just spew all of these little stereotypical quips at us. Now that...
The thing that I found crazy about that too is that Myron always talks big on being a leader. He talks big on stoicism, knowing how to control your emotions. And I find it funny because you talk on how men should be controlling their emotions and X, Y, and Z, but like the main person crashing out is you. And the thing is, you want to talk about leadership. All men should have leadership. We should work and we should acquire, grind hard, whatever, to, you know, gain our masculinity and also acquire this said leadership. Great. The same guy preaching this, who is also the same guy that is a leader, that is providing a livelihood for people below him that are working for him because he's putting them in position. You're doing these antics, this racist KKK trolling shit on YouTube, which is a platform that platforms you financially and pays, you know, for you and whatever you got going on, and you're jeopardizing everyone's livelihood that works under you. How is that being a leader, bro? You literally jeopardize your whole company, bro. To be funny? Like, imagine if you were working, bro, imagine if you quit your job paying you $100,000 a year to work for this nigga to make $200,000 a year, right? This is your boss. And your boss is gonna go on YouTube, the same place that pays him, to do some racist ass shit against your own people. Like,
but that's the thing.
What?
We're not the same people. It's different black people.
Well,
it's different white people. White people war with white people.
100%.
Arab people war with Arab people. There's
different Asians, different Hispanics.
Exactly.
I understand that, and Hispanic is not even a race. But what I'm saying is the fact that how you would even jeopardize people that you are paying. How dumb can you be? And you're the same dude that preaches this shit about being like, nigga, practice what you preach, my nigga. Like, you don't, like, what the fuck? Like, as a man, how can you fuck up more? Bro, that's like you, like, crashing out being like a slut in school and fucking the whole football team in fucking college. Like, you crashed out, my nigga. Like, I don't, bro, like, honestly, like, after this shit happened and I started to think back, I'm like, look, they say a lot of things I do agree with, but a lot of shit, I know people aren't perfect, but at the same time, if you want to be a YouTuber, you want to be this person that's like this like, I don't want to say like a guru, but you know what I'm saying, like an idol, an idol. Yeah, like you, bro. This comes with the game, bro. Like, you can't be making mistakes like that,
right?
Like that. Be that stupid, bro. In 8K.
There's a list of things that he's
on live too.
Yeah, it's a list of things that he's done, like the being exposed for, you know, inquiring about purchasing girls and being on.
Well, I know that's not true.
Or being on them dating sites or them.
Yeah,
you know.
But I know that he was on those apps because it was to him, he treated it like a dating app. He didn't treat it like an actual like sugar daddy site.
And not only that, but the multiple things that he said about black people before.
Yeah, at first it was like, okay, yeah, funny, and I do agree, but then he started doing a little.
Exactly. This is the thing though. When people say that though, you have to understand that even if they're saying it and it might be true what they're saying, intent is everything. they're not saying it with the intention of, you know, like let's make this better and
to prove a point,
right? And let's understand how this became a problem so that we can fix the problem. They're not doing that. They're just saying you got this problem that you need to fix. So shut the fuck up about anything, period, until you fix that problem.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying. That's his intent.
And that's what Tariq was saying. Tariq was saying that you sitting over here worried about black people problems, black American problems, but your home country's fucked up.
It's fucked up. It is.
Like, what the fuck?
Unfortunately.
So what about them?
And the funny thing is that we really have a common enemy, right? But the thing is that what Myron decided to do was he decided to join the counterintelligence program, also known as COINTELPRO. He worked for the FBI directly. So since he worked for the FBI directly, that tells you where his loyalties lie.
Yeah, of course.
The FBI is also directly responsible for attacking Black America. It was a literal, actual objective of the FBI. And during the conception of the FBI, when the FBI was created, the very first director of the FBI said that America's #1 priority needs to be stopping the rise of a black messiah, someone who can unify and electrify the black people of America and start a Mao Mao. This is literally what this man said. Like the crazy amount of fear in the unification of black people was warranted according to the American government, as you know, assassinations, incarcerations, exiles, and then they decided to take all the jobs that we had, send them overseas, and then bring drugs in. And we didn't know what the drugs were going to do. And crack cocaine is a different type of drug. Totally different type of drug. Crack cocaine is the only drug that your brain actually literally goes through a chemical change forever when you do crack cocaine. Your brain changes forever for the rest of your life. Your brain is different. And that's the drug they decided to put in our community. And that's the same people that he worked for.
Yeah. All right.
Now that little money has dried up and YouTube has yanked the plug from under him, what is he gonna do? Yeah? What is he gonna do? Well, with them shorts, look like you might have to go out here and start slinging bussy. You got the shorts for him, Myron.
What the fuck?
You might as well hit the boy track.
Crying on camera in boy shorts is crazy.
Track. You might as well go on to throw a wig on and hit the trans track and make the money and don't let the money make you.
And most interestingly, finally, these two guys meet. They met, I believe, on a Twitter space, and they had a little bit of a back and forth debate. And boy, did it get ugly.
Are you telling me that if you're an immigrant, you cannot comment
from the
other
Sudan?
situations?
Yeah, if you're from somebody, you're from the Sudan, you can't say about a foundational Black American. Nothing
Interesting.
at all.
Interesting.
Nothing.
Let me.
You can't say nothing about us.
Let's use your logic.
Not one word.
Let's use your logic.
A failed homeland where people are starving. You can't say about us. Yes.
Cool. Then let's use your logic. Then.
That's how that works.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have to be a mathematician to say 1 + 1 is 2?
No, sir. No. That's no. That's a non sequitur. It has nothing to do with anything. You come from a failed homeland where people are over there starving, and you haven't figured out how to stop the people from starving. So you can't come over here and talk about intelligence.
Here we go.
So thank you to the white supremacists in America. You're eating, Tariq.
How so, sir?
Because the white people started this country. The white supremacists started this country. Go back. Exactly.
Let me take this because
they didn't. They failed when they tried to do it on their own. They didn't start a damn thing. It was foundational Black Americans. Go ahead, sir.
Tariq. Let me again. So you're telling me if someone's an immigrant from Sudan or wherever they're from, they can't comment on social issues.
Not over here. No, you're not at liberty to do that because your social issues are in shambles. You're not at liberty.
Cool.
Why would
So
we? Why
only
would we
black
listen
people,
to you?
as you
Why
would
would
say.
we listen to you?
Okay.
If you come
Cool.
from a
Cool.
country of complete
Now let me ask you another
failure,
question.
why would
So
we
I
listen
can't
to
comment.
you?
So
You're not at liberty.
so only other. Let me get this straight then. So only other FBAs, according to your logic, can comment on FBA issues. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Only foundational Black Americans can talk about our issues. We don't concern ourselves with what's going on with you. You come from a failed culture. You're not at liberty to give us any advice on anything, sir. You
Would
need
you
to
call it a successful
fix your
culture
homeland.
of
You need
foundational
to
Black
fix your
Americans
homeland.
who
You
were
need to fix what's
taken
going
as
on over there
Okay.
in your
So
slaves? Is
again,
that
homeland.
a
hold on.
successful culture?
Everybody,
You
guys, he came in here
you
Is
to
that a
need
try
to
to. He
fix
came
successful
in
your
here to
culture when
homeland.
your ancestors got taken into slavery and
You-
taken to another country? Do you consider that a successful culture? Because you're saying Sudan is not successful.
Right.
So would you consider where your ancestors were originally taken from as successful?
Half of our ancestors were already here. Let's get that straight. We're foundational Black Americans, sir. There were Black people here. There were Black people brought over here. So we had an ethnogenesis, and we never fled from the country we built,
Won't
sir.
answer the
So we're
question, of
much
course,
different.
again.
I did answer the question, sir. If you're not smart enough with them
Okay.
stingy
So
Irish
anyway, going
genes of
back to what I
yours,
was
that's
saying.
your problem,
Irish.
So
sir.
Yeah, my name is Amir, bro. I'm definitely Irish, dude.
Okay. Well,
So let me ask you this question,
I think
Tariq.
it's
By
time
your
for
logic,
blessings.
right? Because you're saying only foundationally Black Americans can criticize other foundational Black Americans. So if that's the case, why are you talking about white people and white supremacists? Since you're not white, you can't give an opinion by
but
your
I'm
logic,
a
correct?
victim of white supremacy. I can talk about
Oh,
the
see how it
victim.
doesn't work out? Doesn't make sense, does it?
Because we're being victimized by the white supremacists. So I can talk about the
Oh, how are you
victim.
being victimized by the white
Because they've
supremacists? Tell me,
created a
please.
system of
How?
white supremacy that they've militarized, and we can't break out of it because they have a military stronghold over us, sir. Sir.
Take it ooh sound effect. Man, Tariq was dog walking the you know what out of Myron. It was bad. Myron had nothing to say. And unfortunately, I'm gonna just be real. Sudan is in a terrible situation. So you had to leave that situation to come to another situation and down talk the people who actually made it possible for you to be here. Let me just say this. I'm living in Uganda. Now, Uganda's a great country. People fought and died for Uganda, for it to be the country that it is. It has its problems. Everywhere has its problems. If people didn't develop Uganda to a certain point, I couldn't do my business here. So, whatever I'm able to come in as a foreigner and actually do, it's because people died for the opportunity for someone to come here and enjoy that. How dare I talk negatively about these people here when they've done nothing to me? They've given me an opportunity. I gotta be respectful. Even for the things that I don't like or I disagree with, listen, that's something I should keep to myself. But how dare you come to somebody else's country and start talking bad about the people who even make it possible for you to even be there?
I never thought of it that way. Like when he said that, it opened a whole new like spectrum in my brain. That I was like, yo, like that is mad hypocritical, bruh. Like you're talking so much down on the people that paved the way for you to come here to get an opportunity.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? It's like, bro, like that's crazy, bro. Like that's insane. Like, talk about biting the hand that feeds you. Like, nigga, what? You literally fled your country to come here for a better opportunity, and that wouldn't be possible if the people that were here before you, generations, didn't fight for it.
Because it's not fair what's going on in Sudan. They're in a situation like many countries in Africa where they get pressured from outside forces to go to war with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sickening. Especially when your people in your place, you don't even get no respect. And I always tell people in the black community, you know, I've dealt with hateful people of other groups towards African Americans. I used to be very hostile towards my earlier content. Anybody who remembers, I wasn't always Pan-African. Y'all remember that. My earlier 2016, 17, 18 content about Africans, I was talking down on African Americans. It was some classic jewels in there, trust me, right? But you know what I've noticed, that people who talk down on African Americans or the FBA community or hashtag ADOS community, those individuals are nobodies in their community. Who has time to sit back and talk about, let me say, somebody else? Like I don't even have a time to sit back and talk about Nigerians all day, or to insult South Africans, or to insult Jamaicans and Caribbeans, because First of all, I'm focused on what I'm doing, and everybody got good and bad in their group. But when you have time to do that, those people never do anything for their people. The people who sit up all day and troll African Americans online, their people don't do nothing for their group. That's why I'll be telling people. I see it. I'm living over here right now. Story time music. I had one lady in Canada, right, in Uganda. She would troll. I have another channel called Kingana. She would troll me, talk about certain things. This lady over there getting her cheeks clapped by white zaddy. She don't do nothing for nobody here. But talking about me. How you gonna insult me? You don't do nothing for your group. You don't do nothing for your people. You not here provide no opportunities for them. But you in Canada trying to get a white man. But you gonna talk about me? Exactly. A person who does nothing for their own group, but talking about somebody else. That's how silly they are. These people are worthless that talk like Myron. First of all, they hate blacks in general. They hate themselves, and they do nothing for their group. I guarantee Myron don't even care about Sudan, nothing. You probably don't even care. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Sudan Jackson. Back at it again. Another episode, Celebrity Drunk. Put your fire, you just heard bell. We're out.
But yeah, that made me think of like a whole new perspective. And honestly, ever since that, like, I watched a couple more Fresh and Fit videos as far as like the whole like nightclub, like nighttime show with the girls and stuff.
You look at it a little different.
Kinda, yeah. It just became tasteless and just annoying. Like honestly, just like, and also with me, like, you know, being in the whole dating thing, it's like I don't care. You know what what I got going on works. It's great, and I took the stuff that I learned from watching their content and implemented some of it in my life, and it did benefit me, and I appreciate that from them. Kevin Samuels, Dad, you know, like you, my mom, like, you know, like everybody, you know, for giving me those red pill moments that have to be smacked back in reality. But it's like some of the shit though, like especially on the podcast, it just becomes tasteless, bro. It's just like, this is repetitive and it's just boring. It's just lame, honestly. Like dunking, like sometimes he will dunk on certain girls that don't even deserve to be dunked on. Yeah, bro, like she didn't even deserve that, bro. Like she ain't deserve that. Like, son, now 65% of them bitches on there, they be deserving that shit. Maybe. But then 35%, sometimes it's just like, bro, you maxing out a little too much, bro. Like,
yeah, a lot of the joints that I was saying, I'm just like, this dude is extra, this dude is annoying, this dude is not, he bores me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not, his energy ain't right. I could tell that through the screen. Like, his energy is not right. Like, you could just tell. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. Like, he still seems like a cool dude. Like, I'll definitely kick with him, chill with him, we'll do whatever. I still would. It's just that he'll have his beliefs, I'll have mine, and we'll just be different on our beliefs. I know, yeah. I don't got no beef. I never had no problem. I don't got no beef. Never did. I have no issue with it, but it's just I just don't fuck with certain shit that they did. Like, ain't nothing serious. But
I would debate him on any platform and demolish him intellectually.
I think that'd be a very interesting conversation if I were to put y'all in a room together.
Really, I believed in you, it turned out that you not shit. Moving on, that's easy too, quit acting like I'm not rich. Fuck these IG hoes, I'd rather have a block bitch. She been playing on my heartstrings like a guitar pick. I know what broken hearts mean, was trying to dodge it. Best player